Hey everyone, this is Cal from Nerdy Weasel. This is the third weekly report on the Skyrim Anniversary Edition modding scene, where we discuss mods that are SKSE based and have been updated to the Anniversary Edition. We focus primarily on SKSE mods due to the fact that the Anniversary Edition update broke so many mods that rely on SKSE for proper operation. I've got a few more mods of interest to add to the list that have been updated for AE, and we'll briefly discuss where we stand so far with the current modding situation. Once again, these videos are not a complete rundown of all mods updated for the Anniversary Edition, just the ones that are of note so far. In the future, I will start including new mods that can possibly replace SKSE mods that may never be updated for AE. Let's get into it. We'll start this week with Quick Loot RE, as in this is the Fallout 4 looting system. It is done by Fudgy Duff, and I noticed that Fudgy Duff is back, updating a lot of his mods. That's great news for everyone else out there. It is mod number 21085. The Anniversary Edition is the main file listed here. As you can see, it's for Skyrim 1.6.317. Down here in the old files, you can find it for Skyrim 1.539. That is the pre-Anniversary Edition. A mod that I consider infrastructure or a modder's resource is File Access Interface for Skyrim SE scripts, or FISIS. It's done by Terrence Yao. It is mod number 13956. It allows you to save MCM presets and other important information as a JSON file, and it will allow you to recall that information between saves. Files on this are clearly noted as the File Access Interface, FISIS for Anniversary Edition Beta, and then down here in the optional files, File Access Interface for Skyrim SE scripts, FISIS. This is for the old SE version. Down here, I appreciate that clear listing for everyone that needs to get the right file. A critical infrastructure mod, Console Util SSE, that allows Papyrus scripts to execute console commands, once again by our friend Fudgy Duff. It is mod number 24858. In the files, you can see for Console Util SSE for Skyrim, the AE version 1.6xxx, and down here in the old files is for the pre-AE version, easily found down there. Experience is a mod that overhauls the leveling system in Skyrim, going from using tasks to exploring and completing quests. If you're looking for a dramatic change in your leveling experience, go with Experience. It's mod number 17751. Files on this are clearly labeled as Experience AE and Experience SE. Clearly labeled, very nice, thank you very much. Power of 3's Papyrus Extender has been updated. I've been very glad to see this. It adds even more Papyrus scripting, just like Papyrus Util. It is mod number 22854. Files are clearly labeled Papyrus Extender AE and Papyrus Extender SE. I always appreciate this format, easy for you to see what's going on. A mainstay of my own modding list, Classic Sprinting Redone, changes the sprinting system from toggle to sprint to hold to sprint, and I thought that was a change in Special Edition that I never really liked, and I was glad to see this has come out now for the Anniversary Edition as well as Special Edition. It is mod 20166. Files on this, you can see the Anniversary Edition at the top, Legacy SE at the bottom, and of course it requires the address library for SKSE plugins for both, so make sure you get the correct version of address library if you're using Anniversary Edition. Let me just pause here to thank you for watching this video, and to ask that if you enjoy the content here on Dirty Weasel Media, to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you have a question or comment, be sure to leave it for me as I enjoy reading them all. You can also join me in my Twitch channel as I do Skyrim mod testing streams every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. All links are in the description. And finally this week, we're going to put up a graphic on the screen here called the Skyrim AE Critical Mod List. And you can see I've kind of run down some of the things that I consider critical infrastructure or fixes or other mods that everyone should be aware of. And green check marks, of course, means they've been updated for Anniversary Edition. Red X marks mean that they have not been updated, but you will notice that there are a couple, namely J containers and race menu, that also have yellow exclamation marks. That means they are available on sources outside of the Nexus. and I've put notes there about where they are. J Containers is available on the GitHub site, and you can do a search for that. I will not post a link. And Race Menu is available on Expired's Patreon page. Now, the only one that's not on the list as being updated or having an available update for it somewhere is Dynamic Animation Replacer. I will make a note that the mod author for Dynamic Animation Replacer, DAR, has been somewhat absent of late. He was last seen in August of this year. Now, we don't know if it's going to be updated anytime soon or if it will be updated at all, but I considered it a critical mod because it enables so many animations, which has been the main revolution in the past year. So I do consider that a critical one. But if you want to pause it here and go through this list, feel free to do so. Now, one thing I will say is that this is not inclusive of every critical mod that you may have in your mod order. These are just the ones that I consider critical going forward for the modding community. And there are lots and lots of SKSE mods that need to be updated that you may consider critical for your own mod list and to be must-haves. These are just the ones that I thought were important to have kind of a checklist of what's been updated so far. So that's all I've got for you this week, everyone. We will see you next week with even more updates on the Anniversary Edition. My name's Cal, I'm from Dirty Weasel, and I'm signing off.